Hello everyone. This session is focused on practicing real business examples of some of the mathematical models which were discussed in the previous session using spreadsheets in order to make the students understand the differences between them. This technique is also known as MSS modeling. So let's get started. So the very first scenario we are going to talk about is the product mix model, which is an example of an optimization model. In this particular example, we have two products X1 and X2 whose quantities needs to be calculated for the profit to get maximized. Let us set up this problem first before we actually solve this. So the total profit contribution for X1 and X2 can be calculated with the help of the sum product function. The profits for X1 and X2 per unit is given as $8 and $12 respectively. Let's drag it down to set it up for the constraints as well. The labor constraint, the budget constraint, X1 lower constraint and X2 lower constraint. The maximum amount of labor available is 200 units. Maximum amount of budget available is 8,000 units. X1 and X2, the minimum amount which needs to be produced is 100 units and 200 units respectively. Now let's set up the solver now, which is based on the linear programming models which are existing at the back end for all its calculations and computations. Objective is the profit function. We need to maximize this by changing variable cells. So the decision variables X1 and X2, the quantities, these are the changing variable cells. Subject to the constraints. So we have 4 constraints. The less than equal to constraints, that are the labor and the budget constraints. And then there are 2 greater than equal to constraints, that is X1 lower and X2 lower constraints. Also, since the X1 and X2, the quantities are supposedly integers, so we'll add another constraint for the decision variables, that is the integer constraint. Before you solve this, make sure you have selected make unconstrained variables non-negative and selected the method as simplex LP. So once you solve this, you get a solution wherein if you produce 333 units of X1 and 200 units of X2, will be maximizing the profit, that is 5064, given the constraints we have. Now the second example we have is that of a static model, wherein we are given a simple scenario of a loan amount which is equal to 1,50,000, which has been given at an interest rate of 8% for a period of 30 years. Hence, the number of months is equivalent to 360 and the interest rate per month is equal to 0.67%. Now, this is an example of a static model where nothing is changing over a period of time and we need to calculate the monthly loan payment using a simple formula. So, let's do it. So, here we'll be using the PMT function. The rate is given as 0.67%. Number of periods is 360, and the present value is 1,50,000, which is the loan amount. So once you calculate this, you get a value which is equal to $1,100. Now we have another example wherein, which is a continuation of the previous example, wherein in addition to paying the EMI amount of $1,100, the user is also paying a prepayment amount of $100 per month and wants to know in how much time will he or she be able to repay back the entire amount. Now this is an example of a dynamic model where things are changing over a period of time and hence makes it a bit complicated and complex and more real life, and a more real life kind of a scenario. So let's calculate this. So the normal payment that we have is equal to $1,100. So we'll take it from the above example. The prepayment amount is equal to $100. This is in addition to the normal payment amount that is being paid by the user. So the total payment amount is equivalent to this plus this, and the principal owed will be equal to this minus this. Now if we replicate this for the remaining months, we'll get a scenario something like this. So this is the final matrix which we have been able to achieve once we have made the calculations for the remaining months, and the solution that we get is equal to 125 months in which our total amount it is getting repaid, that is in month number 125. That is where the principal amount is changing from positive to negative. Now if you see, this is an example of a dynamic model wherein we are making calculations over a period of time and is not something which can be attained by simply putting in a formula and entering the parameters. So the last scenario that we have is an example of sensitivity analysis wherein we are trying to find out the impact of changing the price from $1 to $4 with increments of $0.25 each on revenue, variable cost and profit. So let's do it. This can be done with the help of the data tables tool that we have in Microsoft Excel. So for doing that, let's set it up first. So the revenue that we have is equal to 1,16,000. So we'll take it from there. The variable cost that we have with us is $13,050, and the profit that we have is equal to $57,950. Now by making use of the data tables which is present in what if analysis under the data tab, we'll use a one-way data table here because we are changing one single parameter, that is the price, to see its impact on revenue, variable cost and profit. Now since this price is in the column, hence we'll make use of the column input cell to see the price. So once you before doing this, please make sure that you have selected this entire table, this entire matrix. Select the price from here and click OK. So once you do this, you'll come out with a matrix and data which will give you the impact of changing price from $1 to $4 with increments of $0.25 each. And you'll find that the maximum profit that you get is at a price of $3.75, and that maximum profit is equal to $58,125. Now this is an example of a sensitivity analysis wherein we have changed the price to see its impact on revenue, variable cost and profit. Now another scenario that we're trying to analyze is if we trying to change the price from $1.5 till $5, and simultaneously we're also trying to change the unit cost from $0.3 to $0.6 in increments of $0.05 each. So in that particular scenario, if you want to analyze what is its impact on the profit function, we can again do it with the help of a two-way data table. So let's do this. For doing this, we put the profit function here, select this entire table, go to what if analysis, data table, and this is a two-way data table. So in the row we have the unit cost, so we'll select the unit cost from the top section, unit cost, that is cell D3, and the column input cell, which is the price which is there on in the J column. This is the price. Click on OK to get a matrix of values with clear-cut indicators that at a price of $3.75 and at a price of $4, these are the two prices wherein you're getting the maximum profit independent of the cost, whether the cost is $0.3 or whether the cost is 0.4 or $0.45. This is the price at which your profit is getting maximized. Now this is an example of a two-way sensitivity analysis where we have changed two parameters, the price and the cost, to see its impact on the profit function. So with this, we end this session where we have tried to see different kinds of mathematical models, starting from an optimization model, then a static model, a dynamic model, and then a model where we have performed sensitivity analysis. Thank you so much and have a great day. Thank you.